Hello everybody, my name is Rage and welcome to my Synergy Lab, a morph. It's a place where I make the best synergies in Isaac that you won't see anywhere else. I wanted to be both awful and awesome at the same time, and basically I sounded like a dog chewing a toffee, but that's okay, cause today, the inspiration at play is water. And how is it water? Well, you will see, but to start with, we are going to restart, because I accidentally picked up Blue Baby's only friend, and if there's one thing that I will not stand for, it's people having friends. Alright, so we're going to move on with this, and yeah, the inspiration for today is water. Now, the reason for that is I recently saw one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. I was crying laughing, and it was a compilation of people falling off water slides in hilarious ways. And, you know, that's just childish, you know, you shouldn't laugh for other people's pain, unless it's funny. And, you know, I get that, I do. But it was just, and I don't know why it's funny. It's not like it is particularly funny. I accept it's weird that I find it so funny, but I just did. So I wanted to kind of make a watery-based thing, and then I was thinking, well, what kind of watery-based thing am I after here? And then I kind of had a moment of, ooh, and it was, what if, right, what if Epic Fetus, you know, obviously that's in the title, you know what's up there, what if Epic Fetus missiles were filled with water when they exploded? So we're not going to have the craziest of synergies today. I mean, I definitely like it, but, I mean, you'll see as we go along. But that was the inspiration. Whether that's a valid inspiration or not, we'll find out. So we're going to get the Epic Fetus on the next floor, now that I have finished beating about mine bush. Come on, you can die. I hate using the marked. Why did I decide that this is how I wanted to be in the first floor? Oh, it makes no sense. At least on Haunt specifically, this is actually really hilariously effective at killing him. Like, wow, that is just amazing. Look at that. Because to be fair, it's not like I think marked is a bad item. I just don't like it. I do like that even the scientist is on the transition screens. It's a very, very nice touch of the laboratoire. Yes, indeed. So we're going to head to the item room. I should be able to get past this by just firing, right? There's no way they can actually get to me. And yes, that was what I call a veritable slaughter. Hey-oh, yes! Good old chap. Slaughter indeed. I don't know. I still really want a cult of really posh murderers. I just do it. I'm sorry to say, old buddy, but I'm due for a spot of murdering, and you're my intended victim. Huzzah! I just think there's a lot of potential in that. So we're gonna grab ourselves Epic Fetus and, of course, tear bombs to go with it. Because where is the Epic Fetus without the tear bombs? So the reason we get the max then is because it means you don't have to keep removing the thing, and it's just gonna permanently do it. Just one after the other, bombs after bombs after bombs. And it's actually a really, really nice little synergy. I'm glad the Mac does work like that, because I didn't actually know if it did before I did this synergy lab. Hello, Monstro. Ooh, you managed to live another day. But that day was today. So now you're dead. Not greatest at threatening, I think. Not amazing. This is why I think I would be a good torturer. It's never a sentence you want to open up with, actually. So, what are some transferable skills you think you have? For now, we're just going to grab the full extension of extra bombs before we move on to more things and have boom, 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 boom. Just constant sprays of tears, because they do look lovely. But that's never a thing you want to say. Oh, yeah, I think definitely I'd make a really good torturer. That's not a skill set that you want to advertise, and that is a chunky worm. God, that is a chunky worm. And while I'm talking about chunky worms, actually, while we're on the topic of chunky worms, my lizard is overweight. He is. He may have had too much food, which is weird because we only fed him the normal every 2-3 days. But you know, he's a fat blue tongue skink. He's not that fat. He's a little bit overweight. He's not like ridiculous. He's not like one of those screenshots that you'd show someone. God, look how fat this pet is. You know, it's not that bad, but it's not great. It's not It's not wonderful, but that's okay. That's the main thing, because we've identified it, and now he's on a slimming vegetable diet, which he's not pleased with. But that's what you get for gorging on bugs, you little fat bastard. But yeah, you don't want to advertise torture. Also, why is the hat and the dunce hat like aligned on this, but when I turn around it moves? Is the top hat sliding round and rotating on my head? Because if so, that's definitely interesting. I think I've quite seen that interaction before. The only upsetting thing right now is I don't actually have... Oh, careful. Oh, this would have been a great run. A natural magic mushroom for one of the random floors. That is excellent. It really, really is. Gotta be careful. Very, very careful until I can walk in here and frickin' acquire Pyromaniac. There we go. Holy hell, that was a little bit worrisome. Yeah, I did it. I specifically got the trinket room. Oh, I'm so proud of myself right now. I am just the prouderest. I really, really am. Okay, let's move on then. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yes, we're good. We are most certainly good. And our boss, oh, it should just be one missile each, right? There's no way it's going to be any more. And yeah, there we have it. Alright, so we've not done anything completely and totally crazy thus far. I admit that, but that's also okay, you know. That's totally fine. So now we are going to grab ourselves a little bit of double wiggle here. And for one floor only, your sub-Synergy Lab Synergy of the day. Even without any enhanced tiers, it just amuses me how mental you can do this. You gotta imagine water exploding out of the missiles here. But look, it's just so mental every time. It really is. It's just a massive... No idea what they're doing. They just have no idea whatsoever. Okay, so I am going to grab Dead Dove, and I'm going to grab Sacred Heart. We will also grab that, and that just for giggles. So now we have ourselves a much nicer looking thing, because I kind of want a pure white salt spray. That's really where I am going with this right here, and yeah, looking good as I head back out. The only downside really to this synergy is you do have to hear the boom, 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 boom just constantly wherever you go, and you just can't get past it. I feel a little bit bad for that one enemy there who had to take an entire arsenal of rockets, but that's fine, you know, that is absolutely fine. So we'll finish the synergy on the next floor. Careful, 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 careful. I do like the idea of themed synergy labs, though. I would love you guys to suggest some can you make a kind of X-themed, X-focused synergy? And I'll be like, alright, that actually seems interesting. I'll give that a try. I see if I can make that work, because I think there's a lot of potential for some really cool stuff that we've not exactly seen yet. So yeah, god, that combination of worm trinkets with epic fetus is just insane. You can't even see anything, and I do like that the chaos doesn't start until I walk in. I am so sorry. Until I actually fire the first missile, which is always lovely. Okay, we've got our Pulsey and our Wiggle Waggy, which is excellent. We should have a little bit less ridiculous mentalness now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, waves and waves and waves pulsing out of the center. Is that not really awesome? Look at that. It's just so purely nice, isn't it? You know, it's not crazy colors, not crazy anything. It's just a really nice formation that totally looks like a water-filled missile. I mean, we're not done. We can add ourselves lost contact to this and really ramp it up even more. Look at that. I love how lost contact does with these things. It is just fantastic. So, one thing that I do like to add. Well, actually, should I add it yet? Because I do love just the purity of this, just how simple it is in what I've done, but how much of an impressive effect it's created. So, you know what? I'm not gonna change it too crazily just for now. I'll get everything that I need from the item room. So we're going to assume I had a lucky Diploper and we got an extra mutant spider, because why not get even more missiles all up in here. But everything else we don't really need to care about. It is admittedly a very, I will get this one just because it lowers the shot speed, but it is a very low item required synergy to pull this off, and I think that really is one of its charms. And just that little tiny little patch there, look at it. Am I wrong? Is that not just really nice to come out of a missile? I really like it, and obviously absolutely dunks everything. And I don't want piercing tears. Well, actually, it's a difficult decision. It really is, because with piercing tears, obviously it then means the water passes through everything, and that's great, and it looks like actual water. But I also do like it crashing into things. But I don't know, really. It's a personal preference choice, and that's fine. That is absolutely a-okay in my book. And yeah, really, that is genuinely it. I don't think we've got enough what I would call modern art synergy labs, where it is a fairly simplistic synergy, but with very impressive results. Because obviously I did experiment with, and you can do a version of this where you pick up all the colors. So imagine if these tiers were randomly purple, green, and blue, and yellow, and they were all the veritable colors of the rainbow. But I think that does almost take away from it, because I would like the parasite effect on this, but you can't have it without it changing colors, so it's not amazing to have. Whereas this, I don't know, I just like it. I really do. I think there is definitely a space for something a little bit more refreshingly low item. Relatively. I mean, it still requires a lot of items, and it's still hilariously powerful, hard to get, and it does look beautiful. But obviously, I'm comparing to other synergy labs, and on the survival rating, you have got to give this a massively high credit, as it just keeps going and going and going. Have I done it then? Does this look like the missile is full of water? I do have one item left that will fundamentally change this in a way that is very different. Well, not crazy different, but definitely different. But also different enough that you might prefer how it looks right now. Oh god, I can't stop. I can't stop. Just gotta get in the boss rush. There we go. There we go. I'm actually going to take the damage down just to thin out this a little bit. So, in theory, I should be fine to just let this roll on, right? There shouldn't be a way for this to backfire, because it's still a low damaging synergy. We've only got 4 on the damage rank, but there's just so many tears being pumped out from the center of this missile that it's just insane. Oh, it really is. I love the combination of Sacred Heart, Ghost Tears, and the Lost Contact. It's just very, very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. But I do have a way to make it even more watery, which is what I alluded to earlier. Yes, indeed. But I want a water park in my life. I just do. I think that is probably one of the things that I would do if I suddenly became super rich out of nowhere, like stupidly rich, which obviously isn't ever going to happen, but I think we've all had thoughts as to what we would do with that kind of wealth, and I think building my own private water park is definitely up there. Oh yeah, I forgot to even show you one of the coolest things. We'll wait for a break, and then as it moves along, how awesome is that? Like an actual wake trail of water going across the screen. Is that not lovely? God, I like it. I do. I got lazy and just let it all stay in the center. You know what it's like when you get lazy and let it stay all in the center. Because if I have the money to build my own water park, I always go to water parks and think, why haven't they done this? And the answer is normally it's not worth the cost, but I would love a slide that lasts for literally ages. Like, you go on it and then maybe 20 minutes later you come out. Loads of different tiers. Hell, imagine if you had a slide where halfway down the slide you end up in a massive room with its own mini slides and its own pool and like its own leisure area that you could only access via the slide, and you could stay there for as much as you want and then go on part 2 of the slide. So it's like a complex almost, and hell, you could expand it even more. Imagine a water park hotel where the staff and all of you, obviously you're doing water things, so it's like an activity day out when you're going to be in your swimsuits and stuff, but that's fine, right? You could do that for something as cool as this, and you actually, like, for instead of going from an elevator down to the lobby to go to the bar, which of course would be a water bar, you swim around, swim up to the bar and get drinks, because those things are crunk for shizzle, and you would take a water slide down to the lobby. How good would that be? Yes, I guess there'd be stairs in case you really don't want to, but they'd be really nicely done. There'd be lovely water features trickling up and down, and it would feel like you're walking through a tunnel in Atlantis if you went on the stairs. And I think having the walls somehow made of glass, imagine an entire hotel where every wall, floor, and ceiling is made of a glass with a space in between filled with water and aquarium life. Yeah, it might be a little bit too see-through. You could see into your neighbor's room. You'd have to come up with a solution for that. But an entire building built out of aquarium where you have to slide everywhere? Oh, I just think it would be amazing. So obviously on this synergy, you got to rate the power, the visuals, the ease of acquirability, the survivability, and your gut feeling. Of course, knowing that it is going to change once we get to the next floor, because I think we're ready to experience it. But how many of you would like to go to my water hotel? I think it would be great. And the thing is, you would leave as a guest and think, wow, water hotel. Like water hotel? That's my secret inspiration for the whole thing. Oh, good times, good times. I could just get down. There we go. All right, have you guessed what the one changing item is for this? Have you given it a little bit of a, I know what's going on. It is my reflection, because what this does is it makes it stay in the center as an orb of water that then fires a jet of water to wherever I'm stood. Is that not awesome? Like, how good is that? I've actually created a sort of sprinkler water cannon system out of my epic fetus. Maybe I should have done this earlier, because I do love the permanent ball of water that I've made on the spot, because they last in the air, and then it just firing out towards me, reaching like I'm absorbing power from it. Is that not awesome? Oh, I love it. I'm so happy with this synergy. I really, really am. I just think it is wonderful. It really is. And this one is very cool when you make it, when you move with it, because it just leaves, for at least temporarily, a line of water balls floating in the air until they eventually crash, coalesce, and return to me. So it's like I am summoning water power from my body and then absorbing it back, like an advanced form of water bending. And I think that is just wonderful. I really, really do. And I think this might actually be one of my favorite synergies, because it's not terribly complex, it's not terribly ridiculous, it's not going mental in any way, but it's just so nice in every way, especially thematically. I am excited to see how much it crushes the Hush. I really, really am. Down we go. Oh yes, down we go. I think it should kill him pretty quick. So how good of a run would this be? That's not amazing. Neither is that. That's, I mean, just good stuff in the chest. That's fine. Oh, wow, I'm actually out of keys. That's quite amusing. Kidney stone, definitely some uses with that, and not a fantastic shop. So yeah, this actually would have been a pretty sucky run to go to the Hush with naturally. And water ball, go! Yes, you seem to have a ball of water on your face there, Blue Baby. Are you going to do anything about that? I think you probably should. Okay, so now I should be able to just stand there and let my ball of lovely water follow the Hush round and just completely disable everything that he does as he tries his best to kill me. Like it's blasting the enemy tears out the air. Oh, I love that. What an awesome way to kill the Hush. It's like he's being corroded from the inside by a water sphere that I've telekinetically willed to bore into his very being. That was amazing. Okay, to the cathedral we go. I definitely prefer this to my previous ultimate epic fetus. I really, really do. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, nope, there we go, I'm gone. I just got slowly knocked out the room. That is a little bit on the awkward side of things, but I got it. That is fine. So which one do you prefer? The initial exploding outwards shenanigans, or this version, the more contained, the more measured, the more precise water sphere? That's what I would like to know. Oh, God, I need to build my water hotel. Just really want it. I really do. All right, Isaac. How many is it going to take to kill you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a good thing, actually. The fact that it's not ridiculously damaging does mean that there is a lot of potential for actually enjoying it and not just instantly obliterating your opponent. And obviously we could have added, of course, the brow's the one thing I can see there. And I'm going to use this so we can fight our way back instead of just walking back. I feel like that's a more interesting way to do it. Goodbye, blue baby. Goodbye. And I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm content, and I think that's an important thing in this world. That's an important thing. Kind of sucks I'm out of keys. I'm a little bit sad. My curiosity cannot be sated at this time. Boom, 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 boom. I love it so much. Oh, I do. I always do this to myself in Synergy Lab. By the time I'm at the end and playing with the completed Synergy in a awesome way, I'm just like lost in my own. This is amazing. Ah, this is great. I don't even care anymore. I'm doing a video. I don't care that I'm doing a video. I'm enjoying Synergy Lab. That's what I need in my life. Oh, that is wonderful. I just can't wait for Afterbirth Plus when there's even more items and hopefully more big changing items like Tech X, that type of stuff, get added to the game, and then we've got even more things to Synergy Lab around, which is just fantastic to think about. It really, really is. Okay. Come on. There we go. Looking good. And we can have a look at 2 other ones. Hey, we could have had a little bit of glowing red, but nobody wants their water to glow red. That's the thing. No matter how cool that might objectively be, nobody wants their water to glow red. They really, really don't. Okay, you guys get obliterated, though not as obliterated as I would like. We killed one of his hands there. They're all just going to instantly die. It just cannot be stopped as soon as it's begun. There is no end to the torrent of fun. And down he goes. Get ready, the water ball is coming back as it absorbs towards me in a full-on beam. And goodbye, Mega Satan. So there you go, guys. Like if you've enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of this synergy. I'm very proud of it. Subscribe for more. Oh, goodbye.